And I think we're fortunate that we do have a great community spirit here of volunteerism. So it is easy to get volunteers. You alluded to it, Stacy, about the various groups working together,
right.
With the Healthy Community Initiative.
Right.
I mean, we have the volunteers in all those different organizations that are able, willing, and happily work together to get goals accomplished.
And we have a great town. I mean, Westfield is one of the initiatives is also buy local. We want people to support our town. We have a great downtown. We need to keep it alive. We need to support Westfield. We want to bring people in from other towns. I mean, that's one of the things I think that we're going to definitely focus on, and how to encourage people to support our community.
I love that attitude, and as you know, I started the Westfield First initiative. As I often tell people, if you can't find in Westfield, then you probably don't need it. But that's something that we're doing already. That's part of Sustainable Jersey.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have a great downtown, and you think about it. Other towns in this area are jealous of Westfield because of what we already have. And I think that as a community, we certainly utilize the downtown with things like Spring Fling and Festival and all the other great activities that occur during the summer. You have the Pizza Run and all of the car shows and things like that, which do bring people out because we are an active community and we do look to support each other and really help out. I mean, how many restaurants do we have downtown, and how often do you walk around and you see neighbors and friends sitting out having dinner, and you run into people that you know all the time. It's a very vibrant community, and as you said, the spirit of volunteerism in this town is unbelievable.
And so it is terrific if they do walk to town, and it gets more cars off the road. Same thing if more children are taking a walking school bus to school, more cars off the road, and which makes parents more willing to let their parents walk to school, because let's face it, our roads are fairly busy, and some parents are concerned. But once they get used to it and they see how children, especially if they have a walking school bus driver with them, they feel much more comfortable than letting their children walk to school.
I know your neighborhood especially you've been very successful in getting the kids of your neighborhood to walk to school, because I'm on my way to work every day. I see a large number of kids from your area walking to school every day, and there's a parent usually with them, but there's probably 25, 30 kids that are in a group walking over to Jefferson School every day, so it's been very successful.
Well, my wife Debbie, years ago, when our children are a little bit older now, but 2 in college and 2 in high school, years ago she sort of had a walking to school club every year, and at the end of the school year, she had all the children that walked to school regularly threw a party for them, and everyone loved it. It was a lot of fun.
Just to tell a story about Debbie, I actually saw her standing on a street corner one day. It was a rainy day, and I think it was one of the walk-to-school days, and she was out there handing out umbrellas to the kids so they wouldn't get wet on the way to school. So it's a great testament to her.
Yeah, sounds like Debbie. So, any next steps? And just one thing, when you were talking earlier about the backpacks, I just had a thought. I don't know how many years from now, but I think textbooks are going to probably be obsolete. I'm thinking of the Kindle and the iPad, and just. You're right, carrying those into school, but eventually, there'll be more electronic books that children will be able to download and get everything on one pad.
Well, I think that's probably true, and I can only use my own children as an example. My poor daughter, who is a freshman at Westfield High School, and lifting her backpack in the morning and basically to sling it onto her back as she's going out the door, it must weigh 70 pounds, and these kids are carrying a lot. They're carrying a heavy weight, you might say, but it is tremendous, and I'm surprised by it. But that's what needs to be done, and that's what they need to bring home every day, because they have work to do. So it is remarkable.
Excellent. Well, so just want to let the residents know, one of the things we'd like to do is get more segments on TV about the Green Team, what we're doing, because a lot of it comes down to education. And we talked about this at our meeting where, for instance, back to the anti-idling law, I mean, where a lot of parents still pull up at schools and they may idle their vehicle for 5 or 10 minutes. But those are the type of behaviors that we slowly want to change. And because it is healthier for all of us, right. And we sort of compared it to seatbelts. When I was a child, we really didn't. I'm not sure if we even had seatbelts, but we certainly didn't use them if we had them. Right. But now it's automatic, and the great majority of people use them on a regular basis. And that's mainly through education. And so one of the ways we want to use TV 36 more is by getting various members of the Green Team on here talking about their initiatives and what they're doing, and educating people and asking for volunteers and keeping people informed.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that we're hopeful that we can accomplish is to bring different organizations together to really work as a community. You know, we talk about the Board of Education and the support that we're getting from them, and the town itself. I mean, the hardworking folk here in Westfield. But it's also it's all differing organizations. You know, we like we said, we could reach out to the Westfield Y, for example. You know, physicians within the community. There's a variety of different groups that we're trying to identify that can help us in accomplishing the different goals that we're looking to accomplish as a community. You know, we're sort of all in this together, so why not work together as a group and to accomplish a worthy goal.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other agenda items we had tonight because I didn't get through all of them, but just to give people a more complete idea of some of the things we're working on. The Safe Routes to Schools we sort of spoke about, buy local programs we spoke about, recycling. I mean, there's still a lot of more recycling to be done. Strengthening school arts program, Jane Clancy's working on that. Historic preservation plan, I think you mentioned Bill Drew's working on that. So there's many different facets of the Sustainable Jersey, and so it's very exciting. You're right that there's a lot of the people on the committee are very excited and very talented. And it's really nice to see him evolve.
It's a nice group of people.
Absolutely.
Really, you know, and I think the other thing that you touched on before, Mayor, was we are looking for input from the community. You know, we are obviously going to be at Spring Fling, but that's not the only place that you can get in touch with us. One of the other ways that you know, the community can get a hold of or get their ideas into the Green Team is that we do have a website set up or a mailbox address, which is greenteam@westfieldnj.gov. Now that email address will be distributed to not just the Green Team, but some other members of the town administration, so that your ideas can get to us, or their ideas can get to us, so that we can use.
So say that one more time again, Bill.
It's greenteam@westfieldnj.gov.
Okay, and they can also get that by going.
Off the Westfield website as well.
That's
Okay,
right.
westfieldnj.gov.
Right.
Great.
Exactly. There's also, just as you had mentioned before, there's also a link to Sustainable New Jersey from the westfieldnj.gov site also. So if you go into the Westfield site, then you can also get into you know, a lot of the green issues.
Well, I think we could probably talk about this subject all night, but our time is running out. So Stacy and Bill, I want to thank you for your leadership and for helping
Thank you.
know, drive this process. And I look forward to working with you on a regular basis, and I look forward to seeing more of you on TV 36 talking about our successes with the Green Team. So thank you. Thank you for watching TV 36 and a special edition of the Westfield's Green Team and Sustainable Jersey. And please stay tuned for future shows about this very important, exciting subject.